we on the internet?
Woohoo! Yeah! Tuesday night, motherfucker!
You're not on the show, fool. Get out of here. No, it's ladies' night. It's ladies' night. Welcome to an all-new Talks Machina. My name is Brian W. Foster, and I will be your host this evening. Tonight, we will be discussing Critical Role Campaign 2, Episode 16, A Favor in Kind, with my guests, Laura Bailey and Ashley Johnson. Yay! All that and more tonight on Talks Machina. Hit it.
Ladies' night. Woo!
Ladies' night. Good evening to viewers around the world.
Whoa.
Welcome, esteemed panel of guests. Ladies, hello.
Hi.
Everyone looks so cute tonight.
Thank you, Brian.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Brian W. Foster.
Thank you very much. Oh, is that your
is that my phone?
I think so. That's okay.
No, it's not. It's on silent.
Oh.
That wasn't mine.
I heard one back. It sounded
know
like it
it's
was
back
back
there.
here.
Could actually be
Is it
mine.
yours? Did you
Never
hide yours?
on? Of all times.
She's not
to
used
be
to
on.
being on a set where you shouldn't have your cell phone
It
on.
was.
Shut up.
It was actually. It was actually.
What's really funny is her phone's always on silent.
I don't know why
And
it's
so
on
the
right
one
now.
time
It must have happened by accident.
you were waiting for an important text from me. Sadly, I have work to do.
True.
I will not be texting you
Unavailable.
until after the show. We have some announcements we're going to burn through real fast
Okay.
before we talk about this last week's amazing episode. Up first, Fox Machina Origins number 6 is out. Finally, at last, number 6. We are working on the final touches of our collected edition. Ooh, can't wait to get one.
We are.
Yeah, and we'll
kidding,
have
I know.
more info to share on that VV soon. Short for very.
Soon. Bye bye.
826 LA.
Yay.
We've been running an amazing charity contest of sorts where we, for each tier that's unlocked of donations, we've been unlocking special treats. Matt is doing another fireside
Yes.
chat.
Yes.
He's
Robe will be
nude
invoked.
this time.
Marisha's. Oh,
He
that's
can't
on
be
your
nude because of
announcement.
Twitch. Yeah.
Standard.
But
Can't be
guys,
naked.
we don't know how much we're up to right now. How much do we know?
I don't know. I haven't
I
looked
know
at
we
it
hit
today.
40, right?
Yeah.
It was 45,000
So
today.
we're 5,000 short of doing another honey heist.
50,000. That's correct. A honey heist part 2.
Yeah.
Hey. Marisha will GM another honey heist episode if we get to 50K. So donate now at 826la.org.
And I'll get to be
/
there this
critical role.
time.
When would it be? Do we know?
We don't know yet when it would be, but I'm sure Matt
I've been
would.
working on my New York accent.
Yeah, this one should be like an all-girls Bears honey heist.
All girl bears.
I mean, that's just a suggestion. I don't know what Marisha has in mind. Maybe there was more to the story, you know? I wasn't a fan of
don't
most
know.
of the original, but
Gonna be a Cockney bear.
Yeah, like.
like-
What if we were like twin bears?
It's like twin bears. We talk like this instead.
Yeah, I like it.
We came in. We're like
Peaky blind bears. Peaky visually impaired bears, just to be PC. Every dollar that you donate to 826LA will double thanks to fellow critter Mark, who's amazing.
He is amazing.
Who has graciously offered to match all donations
What the what?
donated. Yeah,
He's
it's like he's got my kind of money. Be sure to check with your employer too to see if they offer a charity matching program, because many of them do. Deadfire Pillars of Eternity 2, 1 week from today, on the 8th of May.
There's some good stuff.
This game is coming your way.
Yeah.
It will feature custom voice sets and portrait art from Vox Machina. Almost all of them have been released. There are 2 left.
Who hasn't been released yet?
Keyleth and
Grog.
Grog. There's 3. And then did people know the character that Matt voiced for it? I think
No.
we announced
Did
that,
they?
didn't we?
I don't know.
I'm not going to say anything just in case. But if you guys know, that's great. That just means you're allowed to. To pre-order.
It's definitely Allura that he voiced in the game.
Yep. That's the last portrait to be revealed. To pre-order and to check out the Vox Machina portrait arts we were just talking about, head to versusevil.com/Critical Role. Wednesday Club tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, right?
Yep.
Pacific. Critical Recap posts to YouTube Thursday morning and airs 15 minutes before Critical Role in the pre-show art gallery. So be sure to tune in this Thursday night to Critical Role a few minutes early. Check out our fave, Danny Carr, giving you a recap of last week's, or I guess it would be this, last week's episode before this week's airs.
Yep.
Without further ado, let us discuss episode 16 of Critical Role Campaign 2, A Favor in Kind. That's so cute.
I feel like I held Jester the last time I was here, so
Probably,
I feel
but it's
like
fine.
I want to make it.
It's nice to have
And the little
something-
feet are so soft.
plushie to hold. Oh, I don't know. Guys, we have some crit roll stats for this episode, which
Okay.
I will now read to you off of this card. This episode holds the 50th natural one of Campaign 2.
Oh.
Whoa.
Ford's Initiative versus Sif was the 50th natural one. Now, that's 58 natural ones this campaign in all for the kids, man.
That's
because
great.
D&D Beyond is giving $100 to 826 LA for every natural one in the campaign. So that's $5,800 already.
That's amazing.
Whoa.
How cool is that?
I didn't know
While
we were
we're doing
already
this,
at that number.
I didn't
That's
either.
crazy.
it's nuts.
That's
Yeah,
a
there's
lot
been
of
some-
ones.
That's a
Been
lot
some
of ones.
shitty ass rolls this
Yeah,
campaign.
that last game was we rolled like shit.
That was
10
a lot of
natural
ones
ones last game. 10 in one episode. That was this last week's. Episode 16 not only takes the lead for most nat ones in Campaign 2, but ties for an all-time record with episodes, spoilers, 22, 61, and 11 in Campaign 1.
in that game. And those were all 10.
10 in one, natural ones in one episode.
Ladies' night.
That's a lot. Yeah, take it off, girl. Woohoo, get more comfortable and totally be okay with yourself. Of 29 recorded pranks, Jester's attempt to put a mustache on the statue to the matron of Ravens is the first time she had to abort because she was caught mid-act.
That's the first one.
Yeah, you got caught mid-act.
Dang it.
You'll get
If
better.
I'd have had that fate fucking point already,
Oh,
I could have
yeah.
just rolled
Use it.
again.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yes, I would have used it on
That's what
that.
you would have used it on? That would be hilarious. Well,
It's the important thing.
yeah, Jester, we need that fate. No, remember the mustache thing?
I was
really
putting
wanted.
a mustache on someone.
Our first question for the night is going to be for both of you.
Okay.
And this is going to come from Felice Ventus. How terrified were you two going into the fight with the entity with such low health? Started off this week a little bit spent.
I was stressed. I mean,
Yeah.
also we're still. I mean, our hit points are not super high yet.
No.
Yeah.
And so they were already. I think I was halved by the point we
Yeah.
got. By the time we got to
The guy?
the guy.
I had 11 hit points when we went into that fight.
You did?
Yeah. Yeah, because I had just been unconscious
Just
and
when you
like
went-
barely healed, and then we like started fighting him.
Good God.
Yeah. It was very stressful.
11 is never good.
11 is not a good number
No.
when you're talking about health.
No,
Yeah.
You know, I thought one of us was gonna die.
I thought so too.
It's still early enough, and I feel like one of us is gonna die.
I know.
Always
It's
have a backup
entirely
character.
possible. It's easier to go now.
Yeah, but I'm still like so attached to our characters
know.
already, and like then you wouldn't get to like see the story play out with them. You know what I mean? Like they would
Yeah.
just like stop in the middle of their journey and be done.
And that's it. Oh,
There's not a lot of
suck.
resurrecting power at this low.
I don't have
No.
shit yet. I don't even have Revivify yet.
We would have
Duh.
to go to. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
We would have to go to somebody.
Yeah, if we
Yeah.
could carry their body or
Yeah.
something. That's what we had to do with Pike when.
Oh yeah.
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 Sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, low levels got to get. Well, when do you get Revivify?
I think level 5, I get access to level 3 spells, and then I'll get Revivify.
Sick.
Right, Frumpkin!
That is so
Oh,
cute.
it's so
This is
cute.
so
Whoever made
cute.
that, that's adorable.
This is a win.
I know that was early on in the
There's some good
campaign that
stuff.
got made because it's
Yeah.
been sent in. There's a couple of, there's
Many a good.
Yasha and a Jester over there. Ashley, Katie
Yes.
Nicholson would like to know.
Okay.
You create badass characters that have some sort of connection to the gods/goddesses. Is this a coincidence or is there an interest with learning about the gods and goddesses?
Oh, so that was actually something that was added a little bit later with Matt. So Yasha was not originally anybody that who she didn't really serve any gods before that, but in talking it out with Matt and figuring stuff out with the character, we decided on that. But also, no, because with Path of the Zealot, that one's a little fuzzy. You know what? Thank you, A, for thinking that my characters are badass. That's very nice. But also, I think having a god that you serve or that you're also trying to figure out who they are and who you are in that faith, I think is an interesting journey. So I'm glad when that was sort of brought to the table as an option, because I was like, I kind of liked all the stuff that happened with Sarah and Ray, and I think that's an interesting story to tell.
Yeah. Another outside force to be able to play with and explore the possibilities of. I just realized I was leaning really far over this way.
It looks really
Throughout
cool.
the night, I'll just progressively get
Just off the screen.
these chairs tend to lean back, it's not that I'm slouching.
Yeah, no.
I don't know why I have to explain myself to you.
You have actually pretty good posture.
Thank you, guys.
You're welcome.
That's all the time we have for tonight. Laura,
Yeah.
3 or more people would like to know.
Okay.
That's their name? That's excellent.
That's awesome.
Jester often seems uncertain whether the traveler will respond to her in moments of need. Have there been times when she tried to tap into his power but nothing happened?
Oh, well, I mean, yeah. She never knows when he's going to show up and when he isn't. He says he's always watching. So, but sometimes, the traveler is all about balance. So sometimes he'll fuck with you and sometimes he'll help you. It just depends.
Sounds like a pretty dope entity.
He's pretty cool. And I don't know if I mentioned before, but he's super hot.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
I heard that from someone. This question is for Ashley from Burial Grounds, spelled Burial Grounds. Ooh. Why did Yasha think she didn't deserve the Cure Wound spell from Jester?
Well, I think that obviously goes more into her backstory. I think also because of not knowing them so well and someone making a gesture that was
That's my name.
Interesting.
that was that nice, I think took her a little off guard. And I also think Yasha's very uncomfortable with humans and just like not humans, I'm saying just like people in general.
Yeah.
Just being with touch and much like me. And so I think she just was surprised at the ease in which Jester is so nice, and I think she doesn't know how to accept the niceties of someone doing something for her.
Yeah.
But there's also a deeper part of that as well, which
We won't go into.
maybe we'll get into one.
Maybe we'll get into if everyone survives.
Yeah.
We won't. Don't worry.
No, we
We
won't.
will.
Short-lived. Laura,
Yes, sir, Brian, sir.
Arkham Architecture would like to know, Jester has started to get a little concerned about how fast the party is going through healing potions. Is that Laura bleeding through as the former party treasurer? Or is Jester starting to realize the money from her mom might not be coming?
Well, I think Jester, I don't know why every fucking time I try to answer a question, about Jester,
wanna do it.
I start talking like Jester.
In the voice?
Well, let me tell you.
Your method.
So method.
Oh my god. I get into the Jester voice at 8 a.m. on Thursdays, and I stay in it.
Stay in it. Like, it doesn't even matter what kind of voice session I have that day. They get Jester.
You're like Jim Carrey in that documentary that gave me the fear.
She's the Daniel Day-Lewis of D&D.
Totally.
Yeah, very Daniel Day-Lewis-esque.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't remember the question anymore.
Well, it was about whether old Laura bleeding through as the
Right,
former
yes.
party treasurer, or
No,
if Jester's starting to realize the money from her mom might not
Okay,
show
so
up.
I have a hard time not being the treasurer.
Oh.
Just like as me. Because yes, which is a great thing with the D&D Beyond thing, that we all keep track of our own money. Like, there's no party funds this time.
Right.
Like, when we played before, like anytime we would get loot, it was instantly added to the party funds, and then afterwards we would divvy it all up, and like Vex was in charge of like, and then sometimes we'd just get party funds, and she would divvy up smaller amounts to everyone so that the party fund stayed big, so that if there was a big expense, she'd be able to like.
Oh yeah.
Which was really nice.
It was
to
nice, and
have
also she often didn't tell people exactly how much the party had, so that they wouldn't spend all of the money.
Yeah, of course.
But then
that's
it
just
came
being
in
a good
clutch
treasurer.
when you really needed some good shit.
Yeah.
Wait, who's the treasurer now?
We don't have a treasurer.
D&D Beyond.
It's not going to be me.
It was going to be Marisha, I think, but then in the first episode it was like, oh shit, no, that's not happening.
Bo is not a treasurer.
Yeah, also we can just keep track of it immediately on the app.
Yeah, that's why I was.
Yeah.
It would be funny if Yasha was the treasurer, and they're like, oh wait, how much money do we have?
Well, she's gone.
She left.
Yasha took the money and ran.
She left with the money again.
But also the reason I'm concerned about how fast we go through healing potions is because it's hard to get them, and then we don't necessarily have enough money to be buying a shit ton of healing potions.
That's
so
true.
it's like, if I've got just a little bit of healing, then maybe we shouldn't use a healing potion, because like, if you give it 10 minutes, I'm gonna wake up. So don't waste a potion just to get me back to consciousness.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's healing potions are expensive.
Remember that next time. Yeah, they
I
are.
don't have a lot of money. When I leaned over and saw how much money you guys had, I was like, oh shit. I need to get some.
money.
I need to make some gold.
Get on that.
I need to get some money.
I need to get some
I
gold.
think, but to answer the rest of that question, I think Jester is, growing a little concerned,
About her mom's money not showing up.
especially since the Traveler, like when she saw him in the place.
Yeah.
I don't remember the name of it right now.
It was the
pillow
pillow
trove.
drone. What was it?
The pillow trove.
The pillow trove.
When she saw
That's what I
him
said.
there, he was like, she doesn't even know. So it's like, what do you mean she doesn't know, Does that mean she doesn't know? The message has gotten to her, she hasn't gotten back? What is happening with mom? So all those kind of questions.
Maybe she can't reply to this message. That could be it. Ashley. Tizzy Q wants to know.
Tizzy Q. That's a cute name.
It is. What do you think the gentleman would have done if he found out about that dope-ass sword you were hiding from him? Do you think it would have led to a fight?
I was thinking about that this week, and I feel like it was very hard for me not to just come out and say it, because I feel like Pike would have been like, we need to be honest. And I was like, that's not my character. You're fine with this. You're fine with lying and not telling the truth.
It's really hard to fight that old instinct,
hard. And I
though.
was like, oh, this is really hard, and I'm just gonna keep this sword back here and not on my shoulders and just not gonna say a word. But I feel like, in thinking about it this week, there's a part of me that thinks he would have just given it to us.
Maybe.
But I'm not about to see, because I really wanted that sword. So
Yeah.
That might have been like our portion of the spoils that we could have had. Like, we wouldn't have gotten the rings, we would have gotten.
yeah, it would have been
the
like,
sword.
well, you get to keep this because of, you can wield it because you're big.
Right.
But
But who knows?
who knows?
You don't know.
I
Yeah.
feel like that might come up at some point, maybe.
No.
Maybe not.
We deceived him real good.
We did.
Man,
we did
that-
really well.
Part where Knock jumped on your back killed me.
just
That was the funniest thing ever.
hiding it.
And then the
Oh,
just
like a puppet.
I don't want to go as far as to say comedic genius, but I will say definitely
Definitely. Are
comedic
you just-
apprentice.
Hoping that he
Yes.
calls in again.
No. Honestly, no. And if he does, I'll ignore it, like I do when my attorney calls. Laura, CD88 would like to know, why do you think the creature wasn't interested in the fact that the pastries in Nicodranus were made with cinnamon?
I don't
What kind of
know.
monster doesn't love cinnamon?
Right? I have no idea why he wouldn't care about that secret. It's
Do you
a
like
really good
cinnamon
secret.
in pasta?
Just put a little cinnamon in it.
A little inside, I know. Don't ever put cinnamon in pasta,
No, you
kids.
can if you're
You
in,
can
if you're into that.
If you're in a monster.
No, honestly, like we were talking about that. Was it the next day that we were talking about that? Like I had no fucking clue when I was gonna say when I was like, I have a secret, and and then I was like, shit, I don't have a secret. So
Yeah.
that's just as I was speaking, those are the words that were just instantly forming in my
died.
brain.
Pretty hilarious.
I don't know why it was not interesting enough.
Oh, it
Can't
was.
imagine.
It was.
That would have been
Speaking of-
amazing if you would have. Wait, did you have to roll for it, or did he?
No, it was just, I think it was just instantly like,
like,
no,
yeah,
y'all
that's not-
roll for initiative because that was pathetic.
Well, speaking of that great moment, we're going to give away our gift of the week. Each week, we like to feature unique and funny creations by you, the critters, including those epic gift-making skills. Up first, gift of the week.
Good one. Get it? What is it? Woo, woo, woo.
Our winner for episode 16 of Campaign 2 was sent in by J Peebs, aka at the real J Peebs. At least we know it's the real one. Let's take a look.
Oh no.
His face is so great. Look at Sam.
No.
Oh boy. Oh boy. His face.
I
Matt's
just saw
face at
Sam
the
shaking
end.
his head the minute I was talking. I was like, I'm sorry.
He was like, this
Travis
is not
and I
good.
died. But you were also, what you didn't see is you were like scratching the top of your little belly.
I was
and
like,
you were
'cause
like,
you know, when you wear maternity pants,
Yeah, I know.
it comes with this thing that like comes up over your belly. If you're hot or if you're cold, you can bring it down
Oh,
or
that's
up.
cool.
And it kind of keeps your pants up because maternity pants don't have like a waistband.
Oh yeah.
So at the same time I was telling the secret, I was adjusting my.
I knew
Little
that's what you were
maternity.
doing, and you were like, I'm trying to pull him up.
That's
and also
hilarious.
come up with a secret.
Yeah, Chris, our sound guy, wears maternity pants, but he says it's to hide his 12-pack.
Understandable.
He's got a huge gut
Yeah.
like this. I go
a
back there, and he's resting like a Mad Dog 2020 on
see.
his. Got a big Santa gut. Hey, look!
Way.
Yeah, that's hot tea. Be careful. That's hot tea. The baby's fine. However, you suffered third-degree burns. Please don't sue us. Congrats to you, J Peebs. You have won this Critical Role pendant and tarot cards.
Hey.
You can submit your gifts.
Please make that a gift, somebody.
Nope. You can submit your gifts for our weekly contest by emailing them to submit@talksmachina.com. A friendly reminder when submitting, please A, include how you'd like to be credited if you win, and our other rule for submitting. Please send us either your actual GIF, a Giphy link, or a Google Drive, etc. link to the actual GIF itself. Makes it easier on our team. Submit. Moving on. Next question is for Ashley.
Okay.
From the Legend of Xanax.
Woo! I know it well.
That's my aunt writing in. Seeing as how Molly said Yasha already knew about him waking up with no memories, has Yasha similarly told Molly any of the secrets of hers?
He knows a good amount. Molly knows a good amount. And there's a couple things that Molly does not know.
Okay.
Yeah, Molly knows a really good portion of kind of why Yasha ended up with them, but there is a little part that she's keeping to herself for sure.
Okay. So even secrets that he doesn't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
You gonna tell me later? What
No.
Yeah, you tell me. I'll tell you later. Okay.
No.
Just one little secret.
Save it. You guys are the worst. Laura,
Yeah?
Wick Wick the Warlock would like to know, regarding the flirting between Jester and Fjordi, was it something you always planned to do, or was it something that naturally came out of the game?
Sometimes you just can't help it. Fjordi is just so freaking hot. No, I think
I won't agree, but I won't argue either.
I think Jester, Jester grew up in an environment where she had very limited social interaction, especially with anybody that would be considered a peer. You know what I mean? So to her, like, friendship, the way she knows people interacting is flirtatious. So that's, kind of
Yeah.
how she
Communicates
builds.
in
Yeah,
some ways.
exactly.
Yeah.
So that came naturally. It wasn't anything that I was like, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna flirt with Travis's character. It just happened.
You weren't going in and planting your stake at the
Yeah.
beginning to be like, he's off
This
limits.
one's mine.
This one's mine. Oh, man. That'd be fun, though. Frumpkin is staring at me at the angle that you have him at, and every time you start talking, he's giving me this look like,
"Go,
you really
really?"
suck at this, dude.
It's very intense.
Can you try a little harder?
I'm trying, guys. Marvelous Miss C has a question for both of you.
Okay.
How are you enjoying being the two strong women of the team? Well, there's three. Oh, there's four.
But we're the strong ones.
I know, but I mean, like, everyone's strong. Anyway,
We're physically strong.
I know. How are you enjoying being the two strong women of the team? Are you finding this new skill useful, or as demonstrated with the rowing and continual stealth checks from the past 2 episodes, do you feel it's a bit of a burden?
I like
it's a
it.
burden being so hot, because you guys always say that. You guys are always like,
Oh, it's so
a
hard."
burden being so hot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Whenever we're
I like
getting
it.
manicures.
I think I feel like Pike was a little bit of a tank towards the end, but
Those are like gauntlets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but still it's a different thing. I mean, I consciously wanted to be more of a bruiser and have more melee fighting that I could do in our next game. And I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really fun.
I didn't plan on making Jester strong. It was just
You just
how I rolled. It's just how I rolled the stats.
Your stats are pretty crazy.
Yeah. So, but I'm really happy that that's where I randomly put it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what she said. Ashley, help people forget about that joke I just did with another answer to a question from 3 or more people. This one for you, though. Do you think Yasha will develop her own signature rage activation phrase? What is happening in Yasha's head when she rages in contrast with Grog just going berserk?
I really thought about it, and in the first game that we played, I was like, I'll think of something later, but it's classic now. And I also love that Travis came up with it, and he sort of set the foundation, or laid the foundation for the barbarian, and I don't want to come up with something new, because I feel like it also, I loved the relationship that Grog and Pike had with each other.
Yeah,
So there's a part of me that
everybody.
likes that little bit of connection with Grog. So I don't want to think of something new.
I know you had thought of a bunch of different ones, but none of them really sank in.
It's time to rage.
Yeah, I kept
Bring in the rage
bring in
game.
the rage. I'm about to rage right now. Like none of it works.
Heads
We
up,
tried.
it's rage time.
It's rage time. That would
It's
have been a
rage
good.
time.
Yeah.
Total Rage Live. I'm your host, Yasha. Time to die.
I think I would like to rage is there to stay. But
Yeah.
also I think, what Yasha's thinking of, you know, I still feel like I'm developing this character for sure. But I think she goes blank. Like, I think it's not even necessarily a rage. I think she can easily access her anger and her rage, that it's just, it's kind of like the Hulk. I think it's just there all the time.
Yeah.
So I think she just like goes blank and then just starts swinging.
Secret is I'm always raging.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
So
Yeah.
I don't think she's like screaming inside and like anything crazy. I think it's just like shutdown mode, and you know.
Like her rage is like a cold rage.
It's just like
That's cool.
That's what I feel.
With you spending so much of the year in New York, what's been the hardest part about missing most of my parole hearings?
Well, I mean, I've definitely.
Laura just whispered, "You're so stupid." All right, we'll move on. You don't have to answer that publicly,
I'd
but you
rather
will
not.
have to answer for it privately.
Okay.
Laura, Absurd Goat has a question. This is our
Great.
producer
I like
Max's
it.
account. He's not here, so I can say that.
Okay.
I think he went to go floss his nipples. What?
What does that even mean?
I don't know, but it's a thing that he's.
I'll yell at you since Max.
It's a thing that he says that he does. Laura, was Chester flirting with Caleb purely to make him uncomfortable and see him squirm?
Well, it's a good time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, see, back to my previous answer about flirtation.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like that. But also, yes, Jester really likes making Caleb uncomfortable, since
Yeah.
it's obvious that Caleb gets uncomfortable pretty easily. Yes, she really enjoys that.
She likes to bring up the continual dirtiness.
Yeah. Although he's not that dirty anymore.
Not that dirty anymore.
I mean, he's taken a couple baths.
Yeah.
His jacket smells.
Yeah.
Some of
Crusty
my
jacket.
favorite moments in this game have been because I feel like with Caleb, he's so dry that he'll say like the obvious, and then just I think it's so funny. I love Caleb. I love what
Yeah.
Liam is doing with this character.
I do too.
Yeah.
He's a very good wizard.
He is.
Yeah.
He's a good wizard.
I love all of his little descriptions of how he does the spells, because it never comes into my mind to describe it like that. You know, when I'm just like,
No.
I'm doing spells too, but I'm just like, I do this. Like,
Yeah.
it's so stupid.
That's
like,
how
he's
I play a wizard at home, and it's like, oh, this motherfucker's head's coming off right
Yeah.
now. It's not like, oh, I make this beautiful thing that's whatever. I'm like, kill the son of a bitch. Yeah.
It's a really cool.
Yeah, it's a cool way to do
Tactile.
it. Yeah,
But that's Liam, though. You know,
yeah, he's good.
very tactile.
He's funny. The funny moments.
He's very tactile.
I don't know why
What
I
was
did that.
Right.
Sorry. Just when I think Liam, I just think grabbing.
Yeah, that's definitely.
What were you going to say, Ashley?
I just think I love what he's doing with the character.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm surprised. Like Caleb is really funny.
Yeah.
Like just because of the whole. Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
like I said,
He's got a lot of charisma, yeah.
he does.
He
have a lot
does.
of charisma. Huh?
Yep.
Which, yeah.
Moving over to Ashley, Krista Miller would like to know, how excited are you playing a barbarian who now has the ability to dispel magic? Did the Moon Touch sword hold any sentimental value for Yasha?
I actually forgot about that
That's so
until right
important.
now.
How many times can you do that? Is
What?
it once a day or something?
Once a
I think
day,
once a day.
Once a
yeah.
day? Okay.
Yeah.
That's handy as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because somebody else, like, you already have so
I
much
can
other
dispel
stuff,
magic,
but yeah.
or I can somebody who is a magic user.
You can like stop them from doing a
stop them
spell.
from yeah.
That's pretty
It's
cool.
pretty. It's pretty
Kinda
clutch.
like
I mean, like,
counterspell.
we didn't get access to Dispel Magic until late in the campaign, because nobody in the previous campaign had Dispel Magic.
Oh,
and I
God,
don't think,
that's right.
I think Sam ended up taking it like way late,
Episode 114.
something like that.
Yeah.
yeah.
Spoilers, guys. I'm sorry.
As for the Moon Touched sword,
Hmm.
that. Yeah. Somewhere. That was actually.
Just fact checking with Danny real fast.
I know, like she knows.
Fact checker.
No, but she knows better
But you
than
know
we
more
do.
than all of us put together.
You're a Rolodex of the game.
All right, I remember things.
That's
Yeah.
why we gave her her own show. That, and she wanted an exit strategy out of talks.
Understandable. We all
Makes
are all
sense.
looking for that.
Not me, guys.
It's the Brian
This is my
hour,
community
which is Brian
service. I get points for this shit. Did you guys feel like? Did you feel like you adequately?
Moontouch sword.
Moontouch sword. That's right.
Moontouch sword was purchased fairly recently because she had saved up that money to buy it during the circus. So she saved up money to buy it because she didn't have any money before that.
Interesting.
She
Before
lives
the
paycheck
circus.
to paycheck.
I
mean,
understand. A lot of us
as
do.
we all do. So,
Yeah, except for Max.
but she saved up for that particular sword.
Laura, Dim Spirits wants to know, what was Jester thinking when Caleb studied the dodecahedron? Was she ever scared of what might happen or just amused?
No, I think she thought that he might get sucked into the thing.
Yeah, I actually thought that for a second.
Yeah.
I did too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Great answer.
Thanks.
Should we give away some more free shit?
Yes,
I'm
why
feeling
not?
generous.
Let's do it.
Our next giveaway is for you fans that create and send in incredible art for moments during Critical Role, the very show we're discussing tonight. It's time for Fan Art of the Week.
Does anybody ever see Trinket anymore? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay. Yeah.
We have
there's
that
this
wide
angle.
shot, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he gets vacuumed, and every once in a while I'll come in and spend some time with
I
him.
mean, because like the pillow ends up on the couch and everything like that, but then like Trinket just stays there. What if like Trinket was on the couch?
He's keeping guard. He's watching over us.
Okay.
He's watching over you.
Big old bear.
This week's fan art winner,
Sorry about that.
don't apologize to me, it's your show, was sent in by Miggy Bergbauer, aka at Miggy Bergballer.
What?
Take a look.
Wow.
Oh, I didn't see this one.
You didn't?
I didn't either.
Well,
That's
you're seeing it now, lady. How cool is that?
Oh. Whoa.
I love how colorful this
Is
group
somebody
is.
scrying on us?
You
That's
guys
really cool.
are in the hands of the giant god from Cabin in the Woods. I think that's
Yeah.
what that one is.
Yeah.
I think we're being scried on with the
Yeah, you
scrying
are
ball.
being-
I like Yasha's midriff
Scrybald.
in the crop top action.
I feel like I have a hair in my shirt.
I have several.
Pretty tight.
You know when you get a hair in your shirt and it's super tickly?
Yeah.
And then it's always weird when you pull it out and it's like really long.
Thanks to everyone who submitted. Congrats to you, Miggy. You have won this. Now, Max told me this is pronounced wingy, but I think it's wenge.
Wenge.
It's wenge, right?
I think it's
wingy.
That's
Does
Max.
not at all sound like how the. Let's call it wenge so we don't offend the people at Wormwood. Sorry, guys. You have won this Wenge Hero Vault from our friends at Wormwood. Now, this is a darker. Oh, it smells delicious. This is a Hero Vault, so you can put your
I love it.
dice in there. You can put your mini. It snaps shut with the power of a magnet. Make sure to check Wormwood out on Twitter at Wormwood Gaming and on their website at wormwoodgaming.com. A reminder for those submitting, please include how you'd like to be credited if you win. And just a reminder that our giveaways are currently only available to people in the US and Canada, excluding, unfortunately,
How do we?
Quebec.
Yeah.
Look,
It's a
I've got a
law
lot
thing.
of tweets about it. And apparently, they have some stringent ass rules when it comes to contests and giveaways from outside nations.
It's crazy.
We love Quebec. Last week on the show, made a joke. I said, fuck Quebec. They made a gif about it. It was a joke. I was joking about how Matt on Thursday nights is so like, sorry, Quebec. Oh, man, we're not able. She spends 15 minutes apologizing for Quebec like a Canadian. And I was like, no, fuck them. Let's move on, you know? And then everybody was like, but why do you hate us? I'm like, I don't hate you. I hate
You're
your
spending
rules.
15 minutes explaining just the same
Now we
way.
have time to kill. Thanks to everyone who submitted. Ashley. He's on it. He's on it.
Submit.
That's awesome.
Chrome Street Hotties wants to know.
Great name.
I think that's what this is. Danny?
What?
Just letting you know you can go now. I'll sign your time card if you want to leave now.
Sure. Chrome's Toddies?
Chrome's Thoughties.
Chrome's Thotties?
Chrome's Thoughties?
Yeah. Go with it.
Ashley,
Hard to say.
this episode you hinted that Yasha's past may have been violent. Would you say that she's used to all the fighting the M9, that's short for Mighty Nine, has been seeing, or are these situations new for her as well?
I think she's used to fighting a particular kind of thing. What are you talking about? How do I still give information but keep some?
Would you say she's used to fighting for a particular set of reasons?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
she has, a code that she sort of lives by of fighting rules. She definitely, I will say, grew up around fighting, so it's completely second nature to her and natural to act out in to not use your words first. So the sword is mightier than the pen. That doesn't work at all.
No, but I get what you mean, yeah.
I think she just automatically would just be like, oh, well, you would just
Yeah.
fight somebody to settle something,
Yeah.
as opposed to just talking about it.
Did you grow up like that with your siblings?
Well, of course. You know my siblings.
Yeah.
But
They're stone cold killers.
I think the things we've been fighting are new to her for sure. Like, what we fought this last Thursday
Race
and
thing?
whatever
it was.
whatever that
Gelatinous
was, Wispy
cube
Willow,
the week before.
the gelatinous cube. Like, she's definitely being exposed to a lot of things that she's never been exposed to before.
Yeah.
But she naturally goes into battle mode, no matter what the entity is that she's fighting.
Yeah. Would you say she's fearless, or is there some stuff that she's definitely afraid of?
I
Like
think
gluten.
definitely gluten, dairy for sure. Crazy
This does not
shits later
settle,
if she
doesn't it?
has it. No, I think I don't think she's fearless. I think in terms of fighting, she probably is. But I think the things that scare her are relationships and things like just being, touching and things like that.
Yeah.
Like just other things make
Yeah.
her scared.
I understand. I just switched legs that I was crossing. This one's completely asleep.
Really?
If I
That's the
stood up right
worst.
now, straight into the coffee table. Kind of like you just
Yeah.
did with your foot. Laura,
Sound effects.
recover physically from that injury with an
Yes.
answer to this question by Secret Elfie. Jester seems to really dislike being the healer. Is there a specific reason she became a cleric if it wasn't to help as a healer, considering there are other divine paths she could have taken as a follower of the Traveler?
There are other divine paths, but she took cleric.
Those are all things that we knew before this question was
Yeah.
asked.
I want to answer it, but I don't.
Oh, is it giving away something to answer
Well,
it?
I don't think necessarily it is totally, but at the same time, it does have to do a little bit with the backstory.
Ooh.
So I kind of just don't want to say.
Okay. Now, you guys didn't go
Fair.
back and watch Travis's solo moment. Did you?
No, but I mean, I saw all this stuff. It was like, he swallowed a sword, like online. So I was like, oh, I guess he
That's
swallowed it.
metaphor, though. That's metaphor for what happened.
And
what
then I was
really
like-
happened was much
I saw
dirtier.
that too, but I thought that was just like
There was a lot of
fan porn or whatever.
There was a lot of art.
Fan porn?
Or what's it called?
Like fanfic? You mean like,
Like
or
specific
where
porn.
the shit that I look up,
There
which
was
is
a
where everyone's.
fanfic porn. Is that what it's called? What am I trying to say?
I don't know.
Don't act like you don't know, Chris Lockey. What is it?
Ashley just
Slat?
critical
No.
role fan art. I think we're talking about something more salacious tonight.
Yeah.
I would not be someone to talk about something salacious. Number one, I don't know what that means.
No, I think I'm specifically talking about crit roll
Stats.
porn.
Oh, porn. Oh,
That's
yeah.
like
There's
out
like
there.
specific like
There was some
there's a
stuff that I
word
saw
for
with this-
critical role porn.
Well,
There's a
there's some
specific
stuff
word
that
for it?
you've shown
Let's
us on
make
your
one.
phone,
Oh my
Laura.
god, we should come up. What is it?
Let's
What
come
should
up
it
with a
be?
name.
We need Sam right now.
Submit something.
Submit.
Damn it, he's not there.
What was that?
What did that
that?
say? Did that say?
What did that say?
Please what?
It's probably said, please help me find a new job. Ashley, just Cyan59 wants to know, Yasha has said that she is from Xhorhas, and this episode, she wanted information on the current conflict. Is her place of birth a key part of her identity and of some importance, or is she just curious
Critical
and doesn't
hole?
care about Xhorhas? Critical hole?
Critical hole's pretty great.
That's pretty good.
Critical hole.
Which one would you consider to be, never mind. The critical hole. This is an after dark discussion.
Sorry, you're right.
This discussion
We'll find it.
should be saved for when we're not on Twitch,
I'm sorry.
when we're on that website in the middle of the woods.
Okay.
You know, because that's where you can say stuff like this. Because
Is
if,
that bad to
if a
say?
tree
Is it bad
falls,
that I just said that?
it's not bad that you said that. It can't be any worse
No.
than anything I ever say on
No.
the show.
Yeah.
Okay. Could you say it again?
I will. Yasha has said that she is from Xhorhas, and this episode she wanted information on the current conflict. Is her place of birth a key part of her identity and of some importance, or is she just curious and doesn't care about Xhorhas?
I know that the interest is mainly because of trying to find out where the battle broke out to see if it was where she was from. You know, if the battle was.
How do you want to screw this?
That's better.
That's good.
I
Less
apologize.
salacious.
It should be crit hole. How do you want to screw this?
Oh.
Find the mouth breather that does our merchandise and have them get working at once.
That's me.
Oh, that's right. Okay, I apologize. I apologize.
Breathe over here.
My bad.
Yeah, I think it was trying to find if it was anywhere near where she used to live, and just curious to see if it was affecting, because she still has people that she knows there. So
She does.
Yeah.
yeah.
Good to know.
I mean, you do where you're from, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
everybody does.
I don't know. Do they? I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe I'm lying.
Critical hole. How do you want to screw this? You can certainly try.
See, there's just so many.
Yeah. Ashley and Laura, a question for both of you from MCBE117.
Okay.
Great name.
Great name.
Also, this person's PIN number.
Super.
What
catchy.
do Jester and Yasha think about Ford filing down his tusks?
Filling down his tusks.
It's actually spelled filling, but it's supposed to be, I think they mean filing down his
Yeah, I
tusks?
think you're probably right.
Hellboy style? What's that?
It's just an extra L
Look.
for good luck.
I understand.
I think that it's sad that Ford thought he had to do it,
Yeah.
but if it makes him feel comfortable, then she's not going to stand in the way of that. Like, to
Yeah.
each their own,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I think Yasha feels the same way. I think she has a little of frustration that he feels like he needs to do that because people made him feel that way. But I also think Yasha's neither here nor there. It's like, I don't care what you do with your face and your teeth.
I don't give a shit.
I don't care what you look like or how you want to, whatever you want to do to your teeth or your face or your
Yeah.
body.
Yeah.
Right.
She's accepting.
She's been around the circus, so she's used to
Yeah,
a
she's
super
been around.
diverse group
Yeah.
of people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not a role,
So
not
she's
a
not
lot
so
of judgment.
conventional looking
Maybe our
either.
next mission, we should hunt down the kids
So the children,
and just kill them.
line them up and kill them all at
Yeah,
once.
because they're adults now, so it's okay.
Yeah, they're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. They're not children
Past the
anymore.
age of killability.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
Laura Dalek SEC wants to know, why is Jester fixated on messing with the other gods, and why the matron specifically? Is this something the Traveler would want, or is this just Laura getting back at the matron for the last campaign? Spoilers.
It was a really nice little thing that was who I got to mess with, or at least try to mess with. But no, the reason I went with the matron in that particular instance was because she's in the graveyard and a little less guarded than the other. The other ones, don't worry, I will probably be trying all 3 of them at some point if we stick around town.
Yeah.
Because, yes, the Traveler's the one true God and everybody else must pay.
Yes.
Must submit.
Yes, that's me.
Good God. This is the only show he pays attention during. I don't know why. Probably because of all the hot hosts.
Probably.
Probably.
Our next question.
Sorry, I'm about to cough again. You can
Get it
okay.
out.
my microphone quiet. Shut up! Stop it.
I'm not laughing at you. Max made a funny face over there in the chair.
Max.
He's not even there.
He's not even there.
He's
Stop
not? You guys
throwing
don't see
Max
him?
under the bus.
He went to go check
Max
with
is the Traveler.
he went to go check with the lawyers about all our comments
is the
about the porn. Ashley, Kyle with an N has a question for you, which we know as
yes,
Niall.
I remember Kyle.
Niall, yeah.
Niall.
Is there any particular reason why Yasha held back from trying the Skyne, even though she initially seemed on board with the idea? Is that how you say it, Danny?
Skane.
Skane? It's not Skeen?
There was a reason. I stayed behind for a reason.
Skyne.
I didn't end up
It's
going
good.
with them, but I don't remember what I was doing.
What were you gonna do? You said like you had something to do.
Oh, I think because I was going to go try to find more information about Jorhas,
Oh, yeah.
and which didn't end up working out at all. So I just drank.
Oh,
Story of my life.
yeah.
But yeah, so I think, yeah, I wanted to try to go and find more information. But I still have a vial in my bag of holding.
A lot of people
So
bought it.
yeah, we all bought it, so we can
Super
use
good
it
for poisoning people.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't try it. It would have been fun, but I'm glad we have it for later.
Yeah.
Yeah. Poisoning people.
I think.
But she's tried it before.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's her and Molly have had. They're circus folk.
Yeah.
They've tried a
They're
lot.
like Ren Fair people.
Not saying the circus people in the circus.
I don't think those people
I
are
don't
offended
mean-
by what you said.
Okay, I
Yeah.
don't mean that like, yeah.
Nobody
I actually
knew.
know many
So-
circus performers.
We
and They're
do.
not,
Yeah.
so.
We know many
just
of them.
meant-
Yeah.
They're open to experiences.
Very open to experience, yes.
Very much so. Laura Cass 0707 wants to know, do not
I'm sorry.
disrespect the
Gotta
coffee
stretch out
table
the
one more
legs.
time.
Sometimes you gotta stretch.
I know, stretch, but don't knock your tea over.
Okay.
People will think you peed all over yourself or your water broke. Can't have that. Laura, we've seen that both Knott and Ford are a little self-conscious about how they look. Does Jester feel similarly about her tiefling features, or is she happy the way she is? She strikes me as somebody who's happy the way she is.
Pretty happy. I thought about it when I was, figuring out the character and everything. I'm like, maybe like she always goes to like a disguised self, and she always has like a human look that she goes to. But then the more I thought about it, I was like, in her world, the tiefling form has been very celebrated.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's anything that she would ever think is not attractive.
That's a big turn coming from someone like you playing the character, being so also confident in how beautiful.
It's like,
Where are you going with this, Brian?
You know where I'm going.
still, it's like, wait.
Do you wish you could have made like a more adorable voice for her though, instead of the shrill, unattractive?
I am a little worried sometimes that she's like super annoying.
Never. Honestly, I would tell you if she
Yeah, you
was,
would.
because
You would.
that's how our friendship works.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Okay.
What I don't like is when people post videos of them trying to imitate the voice, but they can't really do it very well.
Everybody is welcome to try.
I'm kidding.
That's awful, Brian.
I'm just upset because I can't do it.
Try it.
No.
Everybody
Please.
should try it. You should try it, Brian. Give it a try.
I want to bake you cookies.
So good.
Or wait, what?
No.
Didn't it feel good?
Max says no. Max has been gone the entire episode. Just walked back in and said no.
Say no.
Can we go? I'm trying to drink here after this. He always goes, 5 minutes till I can. Ashley, Calico Jill has a question for you. This better not be Sam or I'm going to kill him. It's not. Okay. Calico Jill asks, when Ford complimented Yasha on her ability to get a discount at Pumat's, Yasha thought he was being sarcastic and bit back at him a little. Is she self-conscious of her social awkwardness? And if so, how does she feel about Molly often referring to her as the charm?
Does Molly refer to her as the charm?
According to Calico Jill, he does.
He has?
A couple times, I think.
I think he does that as.
I like it.
I think he does it as a joke
Right.
because I'm not super charming.
I don't know what you're talking
He
about.
says
Yasha, you're-
it. He says it tongue in cheek.
Tongue in cheek, like, hey, the charmer over here.
Yeah,
I think.
that's better than
Yeah,
his accent.
I think she's a little self-conscious about not being super great with people. So I think, not to the point where I think she gets super butthurt about it by any means, but I think she, if someone made her feel super bad about it, she would just,
Yeah,
just knock them out
I
probably.
just went like this when she did that. It's like, oh, flashbacks.
Yeah, I think she gets a little bothered, but I don't think it's like a huge point of
Yeah.
frustration for her that she's not super good with people. But she knows it.
It's not something that she is like on the top of her list of things to improve about herself. Because to her, it's like, I've gotten
No.
along fine.
No,
Yeah.
but she's has actively worked on it with Molly.
I feel like if you're around a weirdo like that long enough,
Yeah, which I think is probably why, they made her go out with a barker.
Right.
Right,
See
and
it.
Molly was probably like, I don't know, I'm just spitballing this now. They're like, hey, come out with me and I'll show you how to.
I'll show you how to charm people.
I'll show you how it works out here in the business. We're running out of time.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Thank you.
So fun to.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. Question for Laura from Desoct. You have been playing Jester as a person that wears their heart on their sleeve. What drew you to role-playing in this fashion, and do you find it to be so playful? Do you find it fun to be so playful and expressive?
Yes.
Ashley, I'm just kidding.
Much.
Yeah, because, Vex was closed off so much, so it was nice to
Yeah.
also, but at the same time, that is not something that I planned on her being. It was just something that and it's what we've talked about, aspects of a character's personality will start revealing themselves the more games you play as them and everything
Yeah.
like that. So you'll discover who they are as you play, and then you go, oh, that works, that makes sense.
How
Yeah.
fun is that as actors? Because typically you're used to someone handing you basically who the character is and what this character is going to say. If you end up with a good director or creative team, you're able to help sort of mold and figure out what that character is going to be. But in this case, you're literally just going week to week. What's happening and what's happening with everybody else is ultimately defining the characteristics of that person. I don't want to ask, is that more fun than the other question, because they're totally separate things, but this way almost seems more organic and there's a lot more possibilities.
It is more organic.
Yeah.
It's more the way your personality is shaped in real life. Just
Yeah.
based
Yeah.
on reacting to circumstances and finding out who you are based on that.
And I feel like in other stuff you have months to work on it and develop it, and you wear the clothes and you figure out the way that they talk. I mean, this was just like throwing yourself in and you're like, I have no idea.
Yeah,
So we're going to find this all out together, which is
It's intimidating.
scary and intimidating exercise.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like that still gets in the way for me, that intimidation of like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. But it's also really fun. And I think it's so good to put yourself in that position as, not even just as an actor, but as a person. I think this game is so great for just drawing a person out of their own shell.
And it helps so much with, especially those of us who are super socially inept or
just,
awkward.
You know, if you're shy,
Just, like,
if you're shy, and it helps.
absolutely.
It helps with that. I think there's something to be said for how amazing the community has been, and everybody watching at home has been. That they know, you know, that this is the start of this new campaign, and we haven't been with these characters for forever.
Yeah.
So
'Cause they've
we
been
are
through
gonna
that with their own characters
Exactly,
and their
we're
own
going to be
games,
discovering,
yeah.
and you know, to see like. This is how it goes. Sometimes you start with an accent that you don't end up sticking with. Or, you know, like, I love that Taliesin was like, I'm going with Irish because I'm not comfortable with it, and this is going to be a really fun way to get more comfortable with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he has gotten more comfortable as the show's gone on in this season. So in this season, it feels so weird to say it like that. Like, it's a game, y'all.
Someone did say on Twitter, they were like, oh, you're doing an accent now, I like it. And I was like, I thought I was doing an accent the whole time. But then I was like, oh yeah, that is
It was
kind of
stronger on Thursday, though.
I think it's probably having more courage confidence to just try.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, it's fun to do. I don't know. It's still forming, and that's totally fine.
Yeah.
You know, and that's right. Like the community has been so great with sort of being accepting of that, of not like, you need to have a fully fleshed out character immediately. Like it's nice to just be like, well, maybe I'll try this week, or play up this aspect a little more, and then you're like, oh, I'm figuring this out. Like just playing with the levels and figuring out who she is, and it's fun.
Yeah.
Like I always say, like the pastry thing with Jester and sweets, that was never something that I imagined for her character. That was nothing that I expected. It's just I had asked for pastries, and Marisha was like, "That's all you've been eating is pastries," and I was like, "You're right, it is." You know,
Work it in.
yes, and then it was just like, yeah, that's Jester, man.
That's another thing, because Sam is so obviously so great with improv, and that is an amazing skill as an actor. Like it's really hard. It's hard to just, you know, be able to just jump off.
Required to refer to him as Emmy Award winning.
I'm so sorry, Emmy Award winning Sam Riegel. Yeah. But I feel like I've learned so much from him in terms of just, you know, because I talked about it in the first couple games, and he's like, you just have to go with it. Like whatever somebody says, like with the pastry things of like the yes and game of like if they say something about you, it's like, yep, okay. And then figure out how to make that work.
Yeah.
Which is fun.
Sometimes, like we discovered with Liam, you know, I'll say something that he doesn't like. The character, and then, you know, and then you feel really bad as the person that said that thing.
Yeah.
But, you know.
It's kind of like.
But then you just, you know, if you don't like it, you just go take a bath, and then you're not the stinky character anymore.
But
easily fixed.
It's fun to have frustration as a character.
I love you, Liam. I love you, Liam, and I love your pet cat here. Boop, 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 boop.
It's like my old improv coach used to say. He was very pricey, but he offered a lot of gems of, you know, wisdom that I keep with me to this day. And he used to say, the first, don't laugh.
Because I know what you're going to do.
He said, the first rule of improv is improv.
Wow.
Yep.
That's all the time we have for
today?
tonight, folks.
Time's up. Wow.
Stick around for Talks Machina After Dark. Oh, God. I would like to thank my guest, courtesy this week of @BayWarden. Yay.
Yes.
Mom and Baby. Hey.
Hey, Mom and Baby.
Yas Queen, get some.
Yes.
That's pretty good. And I'm your host, Dryan Whiskey Coaster. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Critical Role Campaign 2, Episode 17 airs this week. Until then, don't forget to love each other, and don't worry, it's almost Thursday. Stay turned, my friends.
Yes.
Welcome to the millions and millions of... What's wrong?
Is that poop on my shoe?
No.
Are you sure?
No, it looks like feces to me.
Oh my god. And look, wait. It's
my
blocked
God.
by that. Is that poop?
No, I think it's probably just gum.
It just looks like some type of schmutz.
It could be Chris Lockey's chewing
I hope it's
tobacco
not poop,
because he,
it's like I've been
he
sitting
always
on
has
my
a
shoe.
big dip in his mouth and he'll just spit it on the floor, which I find to be...
Here to defend himself.
Why do you think I'm making the
true.
joke? Why do you think I'm making the joke? Welcome to After Dark, where shit goes wrong
After darkness.
every time.
So dark.
Here
So
we...
dark. It's the darkest timeline.
It's the darkest timeline. Here we take questions from the Fox chat. You're in my shot. But that's fine because...
We talked the whole break. I didn't go to the bathroom, Brian. Don't.
my
She's
beard.
like, stop
Pet
it.
my beard.
Don't.
Comb it.
Your beard is so soft.
Okay, sorry.
That
Okay.
feels nice. Oh, you stop? Here's a question. Cyborg Ninja 98. Whose brilliant idea was it to play competitive Jenga before the show? Because I think that I speak for all of us when I say I could watch that shit for hours. Was that Maxwell James? Producer of
Max, you're so
Critical Role
smart.
and Talks Machina?
We did it on International Tabletop Day.
Why would you use a repeat gag on this show?
I got away with it. Everybody liked it.
It's a great idea. I was a fan.
I was a fan of it as well.
Yeah.
Ew, I just wiped my schmutz on the table.
That's okay.
It's not coming off.
Well,
We'll
some of
donate it
came
to
off.
Asinine Wisdom. Atomic Robo wants to know for both of you, what sort of trouble and hijinks, if at all, do you plan or hope to pull in the Dwendalian Empire with your forbidden deities?
We can't talk about that.
I know, that's such a
That's spoilers.
spoilery question. What do you plan on doing?
I also feel like with Yasha, she's not as playful with her
deity sounds
her deity.
scary.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
he's scary. I don't think he's like the Traveler. I don't think he would get a kick out of.
really big, Ashley. I feel like we're really far away. Look at the thing. I was like,
I'm also leaning.
You're like really far
I also
away
like
from
a good lean. I'm in a really comfortable lean right now.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
I tend to sink throughout
yeah.
the show. Sorry.
You're just quiet.
I'm just going to keep doing that
Letting you
until
do
I'm
it.
on the ground.
I want you to go all the way out of frame.
Wait, all the way out of frame?
Yeah.
Go all the way
Keep
down
going,
the chair.
Keep going.
No, you got to start for serious all the way up at the top.
All right, hold on.
Yeah, okay, good.
Okay, hold on.
Be serious, don't
Okay.
laugh.
Oh, they zoomed in, so it's easier for him now. Don't laugh.
Go all the way down the chair. I hope somebody makes that again.
Wait, look what happened to my hair.
I love that it was just like your nose sticking up.
Comb in hair.
Yeah,
Do it again.
nice.
What's up,
And it's
girl?
just like
What are you doing later?
waved all of a sudden.
What's up? What's up? People are paying money for a subscription to this
Sorry.
website.
You have the thickest hair.
It's pretty crazy.
You have so much hair, it's
I
crazy.
will cut it, and then like a week later, I mean, it's just like, it's crazy.
It always reminds me of Bryan Adams from like.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like, there's some pictures of you from like when you were really skinny.
Yeah,
You looked more like Bryan Adams.
Really? I'll take that as a compliment.
Yeah, Bryan Adams, not Ryan Adams.
Oh no, Ryan Adams is cool too,
Yeah,
though.
he's cooler. Probably.
Yes,
Actually,
Brian
Laura-
used to be
What?
a very skinny boy when we first met.
I
Yeah, he
was like,
really thin.
believe it or
It's
not, I
crazy
was,
because you are very thin now.
but I was like
Oh, I see what's
25, 30 pounds lighter than I am right now.
And 25, 30 pounds lighter than me, and I was like, uh-oh, this is not gonna work.
Yeah, but now we just eat like,
Sit down, Shrink.
there we go. Yeah, I like this.
Yeah.
Laura, I Prefer Stories wants to know, what's it like not having an animal companion this time around? Do you like it better without one or not?
That's amazing. No, I like it better having one.
Yeah.
You could sit in
I
his
know.
lap.
Oh, I know. Wouldn't that be great?
What's disappointing is his mouth stays propped open like a blow-up doll.
It's a little
My
uncomfortable.
cousin showed me a picture of one once. Yeah, you could make him
Oh, he
tuck.
looks so sad.
He doesn't look sad.
Don't forget about me.
He just looks lonely.
So sad.
Do you miss?
It is very
Do you-
happy in Whitestone.
That's true. Yeah.
That's true.
Trinket lives.
That's true.
Hashtag Trinket lives.
Hashtag Trinket, which, by the way, I found out Trinket lives as long as Vex lives.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Really?
nice.
Yeah. Isn't that wonderful?
I love
I'm
that.
gonna move him because I feel like he's uncomfortable.
That's the best thing ever.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Look at that little belly.
Look at this buddy.
I just scratchy.
He's a good hugger. Look, look at this. Look how good he hugs.
Behind
Hold
the
on.
ears.
So you hug him, and his arms actually wrap around you.
Oh, that's sweet. Yeah, because look.
What?
And then look.
Yeah. He's a really
sorry.
good hugger.
He's kind of reaching for the ass, though.
Well, he's a little frisky.
Travis is going to come in and just tackle him.
It's okay, bud.
That's okay. You got to get behind the ear. Who's a good boy?
I want to hug him.
Who's a
He's a
good boy?
really good hug.
Yeah, get a hug in there. Yeah, that's nice.
It's good, isn't it?
good,
It feels like he's hugging you back.
These hard bits that are in here.
Yeah,
It's
hug to
like-
the other side.
It's
Well,
like
that's because you're very attractive.
stupid. Bye, Trinket.
Well, that's all the time Trinket has for tonight. We have to
Can
get
he-
him back to the.
Scoot him right here.
Yeah, that's
So
fine.
see you.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine. Okay, let's see. We asked Laura that. Febe wants to know, Ashley, what is Yasha's view of Molly? Little brother or best friend? Or something else entirely?
Excuse me, sorry, that was gross.
That's okay. Trinket absorbed the cough.
Definitely friend. I don't think she feels any, like little brother or anything like that. I think it's.
Not a familial connect. What's wrong?
Oh no way!
They made a cat butt.
Of course they did.
That's disgusting. Also, can I see it closer?
Also, you guys probably know this trick.
I'm
Get ready.
You have to zoom in really tight on this part.
This is.
What is it? What is
What?
That's
gross
disgusting.
looking.
You need to get that checked out.
it? You're disgusting. I think it's amazing.
If your butthole looks like that, you need a prescription.
It's a cat butt. His cat butts are all weird
Cat
looking.
butts are disgusting.
Well, you're disgusting.
Well, we know that. Did you get a lot of time to answer that?
I think so. I don't think she looks at him as a brother. I think they're definitely just friends.
Okay, I get that.
Yeah.
Laura, Blame Carla wants to know, who did the best impression of Jester while you were out sick?
Oh, like on the episode?
Yeah.
I mean, it certainly wasn't Matt. I'm sorry, Matt. I watched it and I was like, oh shit.
Really?
Yeah, it was amazing.
He's not watching because Alpha probably crashed already.
He can do everything.
He can do everything. I gave him so much shit for it because I was like, it's the one voice I've heard that you do that you couldn't do.
Yeah.
And he was like, I normally have more time to prepare.
Oh,
So I'm sure if I
boy.
had given him more notice, like, P.S., I'm definitely going to be sick in 2 weeks, then, like, the voice would have been nailed down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
Liam did a good job.
Liam did a really good job.
Liam did a good job. He's great with accents.
He's really great
though.
with accents.
Travis's gesture is really good, though.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like when he impersonates you.
Yeah.
Archer Kausan wants to know, Ashley, is there an RP reason that you chose necrotic damage over radiant for your subclass ability? If so, can you tell us?
Yeah, I think. I mean, part of me just wanted to be opposite from Pike. But I think it goes along with her being a fallen Awesomer. I don't know. It's just, like, it kind of does go with the backstory a little bit. I don't know if I did. I did it? Fuck. Didn't I?
This is Alpha, baby. If a tree falls,
Didn't I?
We know you're an ASMR. We know your Order of the Zealot just because of Alpha, and that's all we know.
But many people were speculating. I'm not confirming
was written
or
on there.
denying. No, it's not.
No.
I'm not confirming or denying. But many people were speculating based on her look.
Yeah, you look like ASMR.
I hate myself.
No, you don't.
Bud, no.
Don't. That's not bad.
That's a fun little thing that you just told people.
Do you know how I'm choosing to look at it? As a Talks Machina exclusive.
That's right. You're like Oprah Winfrey. Look what you
That's
just
true.
got out of your guests.
Yeah.
Dude, I know. I'm like James Lipton, but with a real beard.
Yeah.
Laura, Silent Music wants to know, any chance Jester plans on taking the magic initiate feat so that Jester can summon a unicorn hamster familiar? That sounds fun.
I hadn't realized that was an option.
Ooh.
I looked at that feat, but I hadn't thought about the fact that I could take the summon. Well, shit. It's on the list now, so it might happen.
Oh, okay.
But it probably won't. But it might.
Trinket's arm is blocking your whole face.
What are you talking about? When?
I find it quite pleasant. Ashley,
Yeah, I can't see you, but the cameras can see me just
you're
fine.
welcome. Arter Calthun has a question for you also. Did you come up with Yasha's backstory and found the path of the Zealot fit with that story, or did you like the subclass and shape the backstory to fit?
I don't remember.
I do.
Okay.
I think
I feel like I chose Path of the Zealot first.
No. It fit into the backstory. I think that's why. I think you chose Path of the Zealot, but it also fit into the backstory. And it was like.
Yeah.
I think it was both and.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, and.
Yes.
Both and.
Yes, and
Both and.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would agree with that statement.
Yeah. How much time do we have? What?
So mad at myself.
Oh, I don't care if we're out of time. Ashley Pumat Soul 4 wants to know, do you and Matt ever go over what Yasha has done while you've been in New York City? And also, is that where you've been?
We haven't yet. I mean, there's a vague idea of what I've been doing when I go away, but also not just out of convenience for trying to figure out what to do with the story of when I leave and how to make that make sense. But
Yeah.
Yasha is definitely more comfortable outdoors, so it kind of makes sense that she just goes away and has to be away from
Yeah, leaky taps and all that.
buildings, and she likes
Leaky
being
nips.
out in
Leaky
the woods.
nips. Yeah.
For what it's worth.
Yeah.
For what it's worth.
I should just go ahead and tell my entire backstory
No.
since I.
No.
No, you shouldn't.
No.
Yeah.
Not that big of an exclusive.
No. There's still much more to tell.
Laura, 283 Lise wants to know. Does it ever feel weird to flirt with Liam after being his twin for years? Now, people know that this is a game.
But we are twins in real life, too.
Yes, that's true.
No, because it was like, I mean, maybe if I was like flirting with him for real, but flirting with him when I was fucking with him.
Yeah. It's a little different.
And then
But
the
even
peeking
then-
through the door.
Caleb. I
love that
honestly
that's an
though, I
ongoing.
don't think it would be weird because the characters are so very, very different from what they were.
Yeah, that's true.
But in real life, Liam is my twin.
Yeah. Final question of the night. This is from Tickle Me Frodo.
That is a great name.
Dang, how do people have such good handles?
Frodo.
For all of us, including B-Dubs Foster, if you had a spiritual weapon in real life, what form would it take?
Jeez. I want to think of something clever,
I know,
but
I
I'm
know.
also trying to think of what would make sense.
I feel like I'd want my spiritual weapon to change.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I would have just like one spiritual weapon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I gotta lean because I can't see around trinkets, Paul.
No, I get it. What about you, Ash?
I like the idea of like a spiky whip.
Oh, that's a cool idea.
Right?
I feel like I don't know if it would be that interesting. I feel like it would be like a little pocket knife or something.
Oh,
Not like a
interesting.
pocket knife, but like a switchblade.
What about one of those
Yeah.
knives that you like?
Or like a little Bali song.
Yeah.
Butterfly
That's
knife.
pretty cool.
Mine would be one of those douchey vapes like Max uses, because they're so common nowadays. But then people would be like, "Oh, he's just one of those douche vapors," and I'm like, "Poison."
Yeah. That's not how spiritual weapon works.
But I know, but mine would.
What is something I do a
Exhume
lot in my daily
poison.
life?
Well,
Play with what?
ninja stars. Yeah, you do play with knives a lot.
Why does it be a knife? It's boring though.
No, yeah, I don't know.
Probably like a slice of pizza.
Slice of pizza.
Oh,
yeah.
Because I love pizza.
that's
trying to think
good.
of like something that I really like.
Anything
good.
pancakes.
Pancakes. for
Pancake
sure.
ninja
And it would
stars.
suck to be hit with a piece of
pizza?
food like that, like a floppy piece of food, like to actual deal damage. It would
Especially if it
suck.
was wet and soggy.
Yeah, I
and,
know. Like, number one, pizza would
Greasy.
suck because you grease on you, but pancakes would have syrup, and then they
Syrup
get
and
like
then the- yeah.
you'd be sticky afterwards.
Yeah,
Spongy.
yeah. I spend half the day sticky anyway, usually. But
Gross.
Also, for the record, something I have been wanting to say. Yasha is not taller than Ford.
oh, okay. Are they the same height, or she a little shorter, or?
What would
She's
you
a
say
little
her
shorter.
height is?
How tall is Ford? Is he as tall?
I don't know how tall Ford
is. I always
If
thought
you-
she was like 5'9",
5'9"?
but that's kind of short, isn't
That's
it?
short.
I mean,
not
that's not
considered
short,
short,
that's
but
tall
that's
for-
shorter
that's tall
than
for
Ford.
me.
Yeah.
But for like an Asimir.
Smear?
It's fallen. Now
Yeah.
for
It
clarification.
might be, I don't
TM
know.
exclusive.
TM exclusive.
What if she's like a little dinky Asimir, like she's like the short one of like
Didn't
their
quite
her
make
like
it all the way. She just is shorter than Ford.
Yeah.
I don't know how tall Ford
She's still
is.
tall,
though.
but she's not as
She could
tall
still
as
be like
Ford.
6 feet tall if like Ford is like 6'4".
maybe Ford is like 6'2".
Yeah.
If Ford is 6'2", how tall is she? 6 foot?
Sorry, why did I say 5'9"? Like 5'11".
Okay.
5'11".
okay.
She's like 5'11".
Yeah.
That's tall.
She's tall. Put her in a pair of heels, she's over 6 feet.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah. She seems like she would love to go out in heels on a
Yeah,
Friday
you know.
night, stand outside the Standard.
She would take it
Yeah.
off and beat you with it.
Yeah. She boom. Yeah.
Well, I'm being told that we have to end tonight's show
Okay.
to make way for,
To make sure I don't give any more stuff away.
Amazing
Yeah.
secrets.
the
Exclusive after dark secrets.
the cat petting executives are calling my phone right now, telling me to end this, and they mean my life.
Okay.
Join us next week, where hopefully we'll get someone else to reveal something exclusive. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for submitting questions. Thank you, Courtney and Danny, for curating those questions again to us. Thank you, Max, for checking your Twitter account. We'll see you guys next week. Love you all. Thank you. Good night.
Bye bye.
Submit.
Submit.